Today, we're getting our first look at 25-year-old Rudy Farias, the man who was reported found since allegedly disappearing 8 years ago.
Such an incredible case. Investigators also spoke to him and his mother today to try and piece together exactly what kind of case they are dealing with here. And just within the last hour, we heard new and shocking allegations.
ABC 13's Brooke Taylor joining us now live to catch us up on what's been happening with this story today.
Yeah, for the first time, we are hearing where Rudy says he has been the last 8 years. The question that so many of you have right now, according to Quanell X, the activist, he says that Rudy told him that he has been sexually abused and heavily drugged by his mother for the last 8 years. Now, right now, we're outside a hotel in Humble where Rudy and his mother are inside speaking to investigators. Quanell X was allowed inside of that room, and that's how he was able to talk to Rudy and ask him where he has been. Now, he told us that Rudy did go missing in 2015, but he returned 2 days later, and Quanell says Rudy told him his mom threatened him that he would get in trouble with police if he ever said that he came back. Now, Quanell also says that Rudy told him he was not allowed to leave that house for years until recently. He was then allowed to go hang out with some neighbors because the mother figured enough time had passed where no one would recognize him anymore. We actually spoke to some of those neighbors yesterday, and they had no idea he was ever missing. Quanell says that Rudy told him he was just afraid to tell anyone. When he came out, he was emotional, Quanell, and he kept having to leave the room where he was speaking to Rudy and said, you know, this is one of the worst cases he has ever heard. And he kept saying over and over that no child should ever have to go through what Rudy told him that he's had to face the last 8 years.
I ain't never in my life heard of a mother doing to a child what this woman did. That boy needs to go to the best drug rehab and best psychological mental health facility that we can find for him. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. That kid was just severely abused.
And Quanell says Rudy told him that he did run away a few weeks ago because he finally had enough. He says he wanted his mother to respect his boundaries. So Quanell says Rudy told him he took the credit card and left, and that's when later he was found outside that church. We have many calls in right now with Houston police, but they tell us investigators right now are finishing up speaking to Rudy and his mother. We're going to continue to stay on top of this one and ask what they have to say about all this and whether that mother is going to face any charges. We are live outside Humble. I'm Brooke Taylor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.